have shocking new details in the case of the former first-round NFL draft pick, now an accused killer. For the first time, a courtroom heard what Darren Lee told police when they arrived at his home after he allegedly killed his girlfriend, claiming he had no idea.
Hey, these situations be so funny, bro. It'd always be it'd always be one of us. And then they always show the woman, and it's always like a little snow bunny. You know what I'm saying? And it's just a lot of people in the back just waiting to say, "I told you so, nigga." You know what I'm saying? I told you so. And always fucking with these white bitches. You know what I'm saying? R.I.P. to her soul. You know what I'm saying? On a serious note, R.I.P. to her soul. He definitely was boosted. He definitely was doing too much. You know what I'm saying? I don't ever think it's a reason to kill the bitch. You know what I'm saying? Granted, she did some catastrophic shit, but it sounded like she probably was just ready to move on from my boy. And he sent this junk to the gulag. It's insane.
Idea what happened. But then came the bombshell. What prosecutors say he asked ChatGPT after the murder and before he called 911. We're on the case presented by Law and Crime. I'm Chris.
Bro, murdering somebody and hopping on ChatGPT. You know what I'm saying? For like, oh my God, it's not funny, bro. Cause like on me, he slayed this hoe. He slayed her. Again, R.I.P. to her soul. But it's just like, this is just nigga shit. This is just Negro behavior. You know what I'm saying? He killed a little white girl and then proceeded to hop on ChatGPT for murder advice. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Hey guys, real quick, I want to tell you about this app that you're going to love. It's called After one of his recently drafts, he signed a deal in every gallon on your first tank of gas. When the New York Jets selected Darren Lee in the first round of the 2016 NFL draft, he signed a deal that was for 4 years and it was worth roughly $10 million. But this is Lee now.
Now look, that's a lot of more money than I have. But on the grand scheme of things in NFL contracts, that was a shit contract. 4 years, $10 million. You know what I'm saying? 4 years, $10 million. There's roughly like 2 point some shit a year. 2.5 a year. And they taxing it. So probably like 1.2 a year. You know what I'm saying? Plus the lifestyle, plus the everything else. That was a very shit contract. They were saying like this was some record-breaking contract. Still a lot more money than I have. But in the grand scheme of NFL contracts, that was a very shit one, buddy. That was a very shit one.
Now, after one of his recent court appearances, this video per WBNS television, he's shackled, he's in a jail jumpsuit, and he is currently being held without bond. Lee is accused of killing his fiancée.
Killed the little snow bunny. And she looked, you know what I'm saying? She pretty. R.I.P. to her soul. They just killed the little white bitch. Yeah, they finna send this nigga to the gulag. This nigga had no redemption story for him. This nigga won't see the light of day.
Fiance on February 5th inside their home near Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Pretty.
Her name was Gabriella Perpetuo.
Yeah, she pretty.
She was just 29 years old. Her obituary shows pictures of her working as a nurse and spending time with family and friends. Her family has filed a civil wrongful death lawsuit against Lee, seeking $50 million. And that lawsuit is shedding some light on what they believe happened inside the home where she lost her life. Now, before we talk about that lawsuit, I need to break down what we just learned about what Lee reportedly said to law enforcement on that day in February that they responded to his home.
CPR in progress. Snow Cone Way, off Snowy Owl. I'm a 29-year-old female.
This is a picture of the body cam footage that was played at Lee's preliminary hearing in Hamilton County, Tennessee, per WTVC television. Now, you can see in this picture, Lee is speaking to a first responder, still wearing some NFL gear on his front patio. Now, Lee was the one who called 911, and he told law enforcement he had no idea what happened to Gabriella. Prosecutors played roughly 10 minutes of the body cam video in court. And according to WTVC, Lee is heard on that body camera saying, quote, "She wasn't saying anything. And that's when I called 911 immediately. And I was like, what's going on?" But then prosecutors unveiled what they say are dozens of messages that Lee had sent to ChatGPT. And they argue those messages are proof that he knew exactly what happened to Gabriella and that he is allegedly the one who did it. Now, before we get to the ChatGPT part of this, we need to talk about the fall from grace that Darren Lee has had. Frankly, saying fall from grace, it's an understatement considering everything that this guy had going for him for most of his life. Lee was a standout college athlete, played linebacker at Ohio State, and in 2015, he was the defensive MVP of the Sugar Bowl when the Buckeyes beat Alabama. He had 7 tackles in that game, 3 for a loss, and 2 sacks. Now, even if you don't know football, those are monster numbers. And that game, it's one of the great games the Buckeyes have played in the last 20 years because they went on to win the national championship that year. And then in the spring, Lee cashed in big time financially because he signed a contract for more money than most people see in a lifetime. He was the 20th overall pick in the NFL draft by the New York Jets. So Lee goes and plays in the biggest media market. He's a millionaire, but the pros did not go as well as his college career did. He only lasted a couple years in New York. Some might label him a bust. He did bounce around for a few more years, including a stint with the Chiefs in 2019, where he actually won a Super Bowl. He also played for the Raiders and the Bills. Now, even though he didn't go on to have a Hall of Fame NFL career, let's be honest, from a financial standpoint, he should be in a good place. He made more than $10 million. His last season, though, was in 2021, and attorneys for Gabriella's family have reportedly said that Lee hasn't worked for the past 5 years. Now, even though he may have been comfortable from a financial standpoint, Lee is also someone who has had issues with the law and issues with domestic violence long before this murder case. For example, in 2023, he was arrested in Franklin County, Ohio on a charge of domestic violence knowingly causing physical harm. He eventually pleaded guilty to—
I kind of want to know about the ChatGPT, man.
30 in the afternoon. Law enforcement say that they spoke with Lee and he told them reportedly, he had no idea what happened to Gabriella, even though she had some very significant injuries that we're going to talk about in just a moment. And it's also important to note that he said that he called 911 immediately. Prosecutors later say that he did shed some light on what potentially happened to Gabriella, claiming that she fell through a glass shower door. But police say that Lee also sent those messages to ChatGPT a full day before law enforcement were even called. And that could be incredibly damning for Lee as this case plays out. Now, prosecutors say, according to WTVC television, that there was blood in multiple rooms of this house. Now, these are pictures of the crime scene shown in court. In the blue you see there is where law enforcement say blood was found on the floor, on the walls. Court documents show that Gabriella had multiple stab wounds and bruising on her head and her eyes. Blood was found on the toilet in several rooms. Blood was found in Lee's BMW. Blood was found in the kitchen, allegedly. So let's get to these ChatGPT messages because you can see here, just based off of the forensic evidence that prosecutors say they have, Lee's story of allegedly falling through a glass shower door, that doesn't seem to add up at this point. And then there's what he did the day before on ChatGPT that the prosecution presented this week. Now, prosecutors argue that Lee used the chatbot as a legal advisor to allegedly cover up a crime scene and to know what to say to law enforcement. One of those messages reportedly read, quote, "Don't know what to do right now. Fiance did her crazy thing again and now she's messed up. I wake up and she has 2 swollen eyes. I didn't do anything, self-inflicted. She stabbed herself, slit her eye, IDK, but she isn't waking up or responding. What do I do?" Now,
what the fuck is ChatGPT supposed to respond and say? Nigga, call the cops. I think if you get that personal on ChatGPT, that bitch just gotta snitch on you. That shit is insane. Fuck do you mean? What do I do? Bitch, call the cops. What you mean your hoe slit her eye, swollen eyes, slit her throat? I don't know. I'm just so confused what to do. No, nigga, get this bitch some help. God damn. Little white bitch. Oh my God. Ah. She's so pretty, man. I hate this for her. You know what I'm saying? I really do hate this for her. She in the afterlife now, just ghosting it up. And slime down, you know what I'm saying? He's still on the earth, just telling all type of fairies about this bitch. You know what I'm saying? I don't really think this shit is justice. I hope they really give this, you know what I'm saying, this heathen the hammer. You know? Even straight up just slayed this hoe. Even straight up just sent this hoe to the forsaken land. This bitch is a spirit. Bitch on her Casper vibes. And he just down here on earth, straight up lying on the little bitch name. God rest her soul. You know what I'm saying? I just got a potty mouth. So when I say bitch, it's a very respectful bitch, especially when referring to the dead. It's a very respectful bitch. But I try to watch it. You know what I'm saying? Because I know how that can be perceived. But yeah, this guy's the worst. This guy went on ChatGPT. What do I do? This bitch is leaking. You know what I'm saying? That is crazy.
Even though, as you read that, Lee is trying to argue that Gabriella did these injuries to herself, it's important to remember that he sent this, according to prosecutors, a full day.
I could just tell by the picture, bro. He's a liar. I could just... Look at this guy. On me, he beat the shit out of this hoe. On me. You know what I'm saying? I'm willing to bet my paycheck that he beat this hoe. Respectfully. Disrespectfully. You know what I'm saying? You got to get this guy off the earth. You got to get this guy. Hey, he don't deserve his freedom. He don't deserve his freedom. He just slayed this. He just slayed the white Nubian white queen. He just slayed the little white bitch and just telling all these type of fairies on this hoe. Talking about she fell through the shower glass. Bitch, you lying. You know what I'm saying? Who falls through the shower glass? You know what I'm saying? Who falls through the shower bathtub glass? You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers be in that bitch taking a shit. Motherfucker might drop the soap in their shower. Nigga ain't falling through the glass, bitch. Niggas ain't falling through the glass. You know all that, hey, and the dropping the soap line, bro. Look, if you niggas, see, it's a lot of niggas that be out here. Y'all niggas be putting y'all soap in the motherfucking hand towel, gripping the shit out that bitch. Extra secure ass fuck nigga. I understand y'all. I can see how y'all couldn't drop it. But if you was a soap to skin type of nigga, boy on God, I see how that fucking joke, the prison joke was made, my nigga. That when the water and the soap combine, the slipperiness of that nigga, that bitch is gonna slip out your hands. You know what I'm saying? That shit is gonna slip out your hands. But niggas has never fell through the glass in they shower before. Niggas has never did that.
Before he called 911. Now, prosecutors say that ChatGPT actually responded by reportedly saying, quote, "Here's what to say without framing it as police trouble." Now, Lee is facing a charge of first-degree murder. He is being held without bond in Tennessee. Gabriella's family filed a $50 million wrongful death lawsuit against Lee, and that suit reads that Gabriella sustained, quote, "severe bodily injuries, including but not limited to blunt force trauma to the head, resulting in severe brain injury, a fractured cervical spine/neck, multiple puncture and stab wound to the chest, abdomen, and leg, extensive abrasions and bruising to the left side of her face, and human bite marks found on the descendant's body consistent with a violent physical struggle and intentional assault." The judge, after this probable cause hearing, found that there is probable cause for this case to move forward, and it is now reportedly headed to a grand jury. Joining us now to talk more about this case and where it could go from here is Rich Schoenstein.
Tough. Hey, man, RIP to Shorty. You know what I'm saying? He gonna get what he deserve. You know what I'm saying? I'm probably gonna double check once they, see this fuck nigga to the gulag. Like, comment, subscribe, man. Let me know what y'all think about this nutty ass shit down below in the comments. I'm back on my body, bro. I'm back dropping these videos. Let me know what y'all want to see next. That's really it, boo.